Greetings, beautiful people. It's your girl, Yo. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day so far. You see this beautiful pine tree? Well, you guys know that I was telling y'all I've been collecting all of my herbs, medicinal herbs and stuff for the winter. And the pine tree is what I'm working on today, the pine needles. And so let me tell you a little bit about this pine tree and the benefits of it. Okay, so I'm gonna also take you guys over to a smaller pine tree that I planted a couple of years ago. It was like, I'll show you how to regrow pine trees later, but let's talk about it. Okay, so the pine tree, let's talk about the benefits of the pine tree. Now, before I start with that, pine trees are different species. They have different species of pine tree, and it doesn't matter what type of pine you use, but they all have some of the same benefits that I'm going to list to you. So that means that the spruce tree, that has some of the same benefits, and so do the fern tree, and they all similarly look like a pine. They come from the pine family. Okay, now, with that being said, I'm going to show you guys the pine tree that I planted 2 years ago. And it was a teeny tiny baby pine. Okay, I have it on the opposite side of the fence. You see? Let me see if I can back up so you can see it. Okay, that's my little tree. See it? That's the one I'm going to take it and use for the medicinal purposes, since it's the baby. Even though you can use any, the big one as well. It works the same, regardless of the age of the tree is what I'm trying to say. Okay, some of the benefits. Do you know the pine tree, the needles of the pine tree, it has vitamin C, vitamin A, magnesium, and potassium. All of those nutrients and many more are in the pine tree. Okay, let me tell you what the pine tree helps do. The pine tree helps with coughs, when you have a cough, colds and flus. It also can prevent coughs, colds, and flus, and it helps you recover quickly from the flu or either flu-like symptoms. It also busts up mucus in your chest and in your nose and in your sinuses. It'll break it up. It also helps to boost your immune system. It's a natural antioxidant. Okay, and it also, studies have shown that that pine needles or the pine tree can also help prevent cancer. Yeah, the big C. So it's very important to collect some pine needles. And when you do, I'm going to show you how to prepare them. My dog is barking because she wants to go inside, and I'm not ready yet because I have some things to do out here. Let's get back to the pine tree. All right? Ways you can use it. You can make it and infuse it into a tea. You will put some honey and water in tea in a pot and make it like a tea. Steep the needles. Let them boil and steep the needles. Okay? But the best way to do it is to boil the water first. Put the pine needles into a jar. Then you will pour the hot water over the pine needles. Okay? You can do it that way and add some honey. You can do it that way. Or you can, and what usually works and what was working in my family for many moons is you would take the pine needles and put them in a jar. You would take some vodka and you would fill it up and cover the pine needles with the vodka and let the vodka sit for 4 to 6 weeks. That's how long you will let it sit, for 4 to 6 weeks, okay? And once you do that, then you can use it. But you can also use it before the 4 to 6 weeks, but it works better if you, let it sit in a jar. Okay, you can also take the pine needles, these same pine needles, and you can put them in some water on the stove. I'm gonna show you. You can put them in some water on the stove and you can boil it, the pine needles. I'm taking the tip off. You can boil the pine needles, and once you boil the pine needles, and take a towel, let the water be in the thing, and let the needles boil on the stove in some water. Take a towel and put it over your head, and the steam from the needle, you can inhale the steam, and it help open up your chest and nose and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's a lot of things. You can also eat the pine needles. You can take these and steam them down, and you can chop them up real good. And after you steam them down, the needles won't be so sticky. You'll chop them up in little teeny tiny chops like that, about this big. maybe even smaller, but I wouldn't give it to children, not right straight away. I would do it myself. See how small that is? And you just chop them up real small and steam them. And then when you make pancakes or something like that, or cornbread, you can put this in that, and you will still be getting the same nutrition from the pine needle. See? But anyway, I'm gonna get busy and start picking them. And this is where I pick it from. I take it right here, and I'll pop them up on the edges. Even though you can have the whole stem is worthy of, have the uses to it. Okay? So, that's a little bit about the pine tree and the pine needles and the benefits of it. I hope this video helped you guys. Again, once I start putting my brews and stuff together, I'm gonna show you step by step how I do it. Okay? Well, we'll talk to you later. I bet you'll look at a pine tree a lot differently now. I hope so. Peace, family. Have a wonderful day.